Yeah, thank you again for joining me. We're here again to conclude the conversation we started yesterday. Uh, like I said, we're trying to make it as brief as possible, but at the same time, trying to put out the truth out there because these are things that people experience every day. So, welcome to the platform and thank you for obliging me again in this wonderful day. We spoke about betrayal and forgiveness in the last podcast. Today we're here to talk about the possibility, if it's possible, to love again after betrayal and forgiveness. And so it's it intrigues me yesterday some of the things you said about love, are you able to bounce back, uh, to still love the same person? So it's if I won't, I'll be straight. It could throw me off balance a bit. So, but this time around, I will give you the floor to probe. If I mean we didn't have time yesterday, or you didn't feel comfortable asking me a question, being the host. So, I'll probably flip it around. You be the host in this topic, and feel free to ask me questions. You know me, I love question and answer time and seeking clarification. People who knows me, some of them call me Mr. Clarification. So I love clarification. So again, thank you for joining, and I yield the floor to you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me back again. Good afternoon to our esteemed viewers. My name is Dr. Adama. Um, yeah, we're back. Today's topic again, in conclusion of yesterday's topic about betrayal and forgiveness. Today's topic is love after betrayal. So I have the honor of asking electricity the questions and electricity, let me start by saying, could you please define to us what love is to you?
Wow. I struggle with this every time. What love is, and it's a question I've asked myself over time. What exactly is love? It can be defined by money. It can be defined, even though it's money plays a role in expressing love. It can, from my own definition, it can be define it as uh, a respect for one another, being open, being transparent, uh, being who you are, not somebody who hide their emotions like me. And but it's a difficult uh, uh, thing to define, like, because to each we define love their own way. Somebody who, I mean, six is nine to some other people. So each with its own definition. But to me, it's just mutual respect. But it goes beyond this mutual respect. It also has to do with trust. It has to do with transparency, honesty. It encompasses a lot of things. So it's a word I don't like using often. Some people think why I don't use it. I say, listen, it's a word that carries a lot of meaning. It's very deep. So I don't think it's. I would love to join the people who abused it without knowing what it means. I don't know if I
Mm.
answered your question. It's a difficult question to think to answer, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, for me, love, the definition for me, love means an intense feeling of deep affection. So that's the way I can describe what love is
Intense feelings of deep affection.
yes.
Intense feelings of deep affection. So, what do you mean by deep affection? If you don't, I mean, because sometimes when we say things, it throws me about. What do you mean by deep affection? I don't
Yes,
understand.
you have to, it has to be deep. Deep meaning, you know the word, you know the definition of deep,
Yeah.
and the affection has to be there. It has to be, it's something that you can't explain. And it has the intense, the feeling you feel when you see this person, the intense you feel like it's something that I cannot describe, you know.
Okay.
So
Uh, okay. We'll stay on that deep. Go deeper. There's a phrase they normally say back in Nigeria. Go deeper. Go deeper. Is it as deep as the ocean or deeper beyond the ocean?
is a great interest in love, is a great interest in pleasure, in something like is I don't know how to describe it. When you say deep, deep can be something that is so dear to you. Would that be good enough?
Hmm. Okay, listen. We're gonna be dancing around this definition because I don't think we can get that
Yeah, because
definition.
yeah, I just do you see the sentence I use? That's how I defined love for me.
Yeah,
So, and I don't expect everyone to define it. You
Th-
define that because we all don't look at things from the same lens. So
that's true.
that's for me. So when I say it's deep, so that's my own way of telling you that's how I define love. So the other
And
question I have for
why?
you, go ahead,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, go
I'm
ahead. Go. No,
listening.
no, no, no. You have the floor. You the host.
The other
Have the.
question I have for you is will you say you've ever been in love? And if you've been in love, what was it like for you being in love? And at the same time, I want to pair it up with, have you ever betrayed someone you loved?
Yes, you asked me this question yesterday, and I don't mind shedding more. Yes, I've been in love, and I would say I'm still in love. But you see, it's again each with its own what they mean by what being in love, and to me, being in love, it's I mean I like the person, their qualities I see in that person. Uh, Also, can I stand this person? Can this person stand me? I always say this. When I'm naming 10 things about someone, I should have it at the back of my mind that the person is also naming. The person can name 20 things they want from me that they want from a man. So that is me. Yes, I have been in love and still in what? Still in love. However, uh, the eh, the betrayal part of it, it's still something that makes me feel, can anyone really define love? Because why? While this individual is somebody I love, I still betray the person. Now, not all has to do with love. For example, uh, uh, Julius Caesar, a two brute, my friend Brute, you also join people to stab me in the back. But in this context, it is about a man and a woman. It is possible to love someone and still be able to betray the person. It is very possible. And let me put it this way. Because, for example, men will cheat on their spouses, men will lie. I'm focusing on the man, not on the woman. Men will lie. Men will hide their finances. Does it mean they don't love their spouses? Of course they do. That's my argument. They do love their spouses. They just need to make. They just need to change their orientation and mentality. Yes, this individual was betrayed. It doesn't matter how I see it. Betrayal is what is betrayal because it is the person who feels it or who is at the end of the day the recipient that would make that determination if I truly love them or not. They may say yes, you love me, but if you love me, why would you betray me? Why would you do all these things to me? Of course I have. Like I said yesterday, there's some things I wish I could turn the hands of the clock backwards to to change certain things in my life, but unfortunately I can't do that. Yes, I have, and I'm making amends. Honestly speaking, I'm making amends, and with the hope that it's not going to happen again. And it's very challenging. It's very challenging. Throwing somebody under the bus as a result of the betrayal, throwing somebody under the bus as a result of that betrayal as well too, or it was part of the betrayal, and it hurts badly. It hurts the other party badly. I mean, like I said again, no matter how good my intentions may be, it's a case of uh, something that shouldn't have been done, to be honest. And like I don't know, to be honest. It's I hope that the listeners will take a lesson from this, that nothing is worth betraying anybody for. Nothing. Whether you love the person, you want to be with the person or not, don't betray the person. Whether you want to do anything for the person, don't betray the person, because to make amends is always very difficult. It's very, very hard. That person ain't going to trust you again. Will you blame the person? The answer is no. You can't blame the person because we are human. We are truly human. Forgiveness is not memory loss. So, and I hope going forward, for any one of us who find ourselves in that position, ask for forgiveness as much as you can do. And at the end of the day, give the person that time to heal. And if the person refuse to be with you again, it shouldn't be taken personal. It shouldn't be taken personal. And for you that was betrayed, I think forgiveness, you hold that person forgiveness. But there is what I'm going to say that will shock that will shock you and shock our viewers. Is there is no guarantee that you're not going to be betrayed again by somebody else. There is no guarantee that you won't be betrayed by somebody else, meaning that it is possible. There's no amount of checks and balances you will do. You can't know that person 100%. So sometimes they may find themselves under duress to betray you. They will betray you. It's not an excuse. So, what I suggest strongly is if you can, that means the person that was betrayed, stay with that person as long as there's still love between both of you, as long as there's this affection. If the love is lost completely, then there is no point again. I don't know if I answered your question.
Yes, yes, you answered my question, and thank you for your advice. You're so right. There's no guarantee that you're not going to be betrayed by another person again. Nothing in life is guaranteed. So I want to shift now to love. Can you give me 5 words that define love to you?
5 words. Wow. Five words. This is taking me unaware. When you say, okay, uh, honesty, transparency, accountability, honesty, transparency, accountability, respect. And the fifth one will be consideration. So honesty, accountability, transparency, respect, and what? And consideration. These five things. Now,
Wow.
let me say this. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, finish up, then I'll give you my own 5 words.
Yeah, I haven't mentioned these five words about love. It doesn't mean or suggest that even when these things are in existence in that relationship, eliminate betrayal or either of you are not bulletproof. Don't forget what I said: accountability, transparency, honesty, respect, and consideration. Now, accountability means me telling you something before and something after. Transparency means me telling you something before and something after. Consideration means me telling you something before and something after. Respect also means me telling you something before and something after. So when you put these things into equation, we are not bulletproof against betrayal. We are not bulletproof against betrayal. We are not bulletproof against betrayal, even with the existence of this thing. I remember when I was working on a delivery company, Tesco to be precise. I went to make a delivery to this old couple, and we just having a chat. And I said, "Wow, so we've been together for 50 something years now." And I said, "Wow, that's wonderful. How are the kids? Or tell me about the kids. They're all divorced." I said, "Well, I don't want to." He said, "Listen, I'm telling you about my kids, they're all divorced. They lack patience. They lack this. And it's small thing. They're done. They did." So look at this man here. Do you know how many times he did this and he did that? He did this to me. Now he's the one taking care of me because I didn't know that I'm going to be this. I'm going to find myself in this incapacitation situation in my life. So imagine if I've gotten rid of him. And we just laughed over it. Now, I take it because there's no love lost between them. If there's a love lost between them, then they won't be together again. And maybe there's love lost between our children that are all divorced now. I yield the floor back to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for answering us, for giving us the describing love in 5 words. For me, how I describe love in 5 words, I'll say warmth, adoration, passion, tenderness, caring, and fondness. So, with those words, do they make sense to you? Like, do you understand those words? I know they're
Uh,
kind of deep.
can you take them again, please? I just need to like just give me just take them again one after the other because go ahead. You said adoration,
Passion,
passion,
warmth,
warmth, which is WARMETH.
WARMTH, yeah.
Yeah, was it? Was the fourth one?
Fondness,
Fondness, and the fifth one,
tenderness.
and Tenderness. Okay, now the reason why I asked you to say this is because I want to highlight it, which I just did. So, do you mind if I push on these five things you just said?
You can
Adoration,
speak
passion,
on them,
warmth,
but
fondness,
go ahead.
tenderness. So I need to spell this tenderness properly. I think there's R there if I'm correct. Tenderness. Yeah. So yeah. So
Tenderness. Yeah, you spelled it right,
so
but you just missed the word.
tenderness. Okay. In these five things now, adoration, passion, warmth, fondness, and tenderness. Now let me speak on these five things with no disrespect to these five things and with no disrespect to your with no disrespect to you. But in these five things, do you know what I see in these five things? For
Go
me,
ahead, you can speak.
from my own lens, I can see betrayal in these five things. Easy way of betraying somebody. Because I can show you, I can adore you. You love adoration. You love to be adored. You want to see passion. Wow, this guy, this girl she's on, he or she's on fire. Huh? He calls me 24/7. I can't, I don't have that time. I'm in the bathroom, my phone will ring. I'll have my phone with me. He's so fond of me. Wow, he's tender. Look at his or I'm using both sexes now. And it is so very easy to be carried away by this. Now, am I saying these things are wrong? No, I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm saying we need them. But in getting these things, once you take a step back, in my place where I come, man, this your love won't kill me. No says, are you sure there's nothing else behind this love? Is this love? Is this love for real? This one that you calling me 247? This one that you every single minute you're saying, oh babe, oh this, oh that. I hope this is not film trick. I hope you will not pull the carpet off my off my feet at the end of the day. That is what I see there. Personally, that is me. Because I don't see accountability, transparency, honesty, consideration, and what's the fifth one I mentioned? I don't see personally. I say this is me personally. I don't see it in it. But in honesty, in transparency, accountability, consideration, and respect, these five things are equally inside. It can be achieved, these five things. That is me, electricity, Andre, saying this. That is what I see. I yield the floor back to you.
Well, I thank you for highlighting those words that I mentioned. And like I said, love is described by our own lens. And another thing I wanted to echo, like you said, you read through the words, but for me, those words mean a lot. And to you, you said betrayal could easily happen with others' words. One thing I want to echo on is we are product of our environment. The environment I grew up in and the environment you grew up in are two different things. In the African culture, a man expressing his love or showing how much he's crazy about his woman or professing his love, we tend to label that man as being weak or he's not man enough. Or they use this word, you're a woman rapper. They say all kinds of things. But if you grow up in the kind of environment I grew up in, this word you just highlighted, you will know the meaning. If you adore someone, you'll respect that person. If you have passion before you do something, you think about it. If you're fonder, you like these words are so deep. And without me taking much of your time, you asked me, why did I use the word deep or intense?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, the word intense feeling or deep affection is the act of caring and giving someone, and is giving to someone, and having someone's best interest and well-being as your priority in your life. To truly love is a very selfless act. So, did you understand now what I mean
Yeah,
by
yeah, yeah. I
intense
do.
and deep?
I do. I do. Like I said, these words are they are. You can't dismiss them. They are necessary. Don't let me use the word necessary. They are needful in a relationship. They are needful in a relationship. And yes, you're right. When in the African context, we are brought up not to express our love as a man. You don't to express it. When you do, it shows you are weak and all those things, which is incorrect. Because the purpose of love is to express. If you don't express it, then what's the point of saying you love somebody? You have to express it in one way, in one shape or form. So, and we are also product of environment. If I don't experience it, it becomes strange to me when somebody is showing me, or when the person is not showing, I'm showing the person. But like I said, for
So
me
is that why,
personally,
will you say that's why a lot of some of our men have a hard time saying to their wife or whatever situationship they have going on, to tell that person I love you?
yes, it's part of faith in terms of it's not. We weren't raised up, or we didn't hear our parents telling each other, they're telling each other, "Oh, I love you, oh, I love you," and we grew up with that same mentality. You hardly will say the man say, "I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you." As far as it's concerned, it's providing for you. So if he doesn't love you, why should he be providing? How will he be providing for you and taking care of your children? But you see, it's beyond. Listen. I'm guilty of it. I have to be honest with you. I'm guilty of it, and but coming to even being in Western world is still. I don't open up. I don't express myself. I think. Uh, don't let me shoot myself in the leg. Oh, no, let me say. I think my daughter once told me I don't. That you know express. And I mean, when she passed her exam, I said, you don't, it's like you're not happy for me. I said, daughter, paid your school fees. I prayed, I fasted, I did everything so that you could graduate and pass the exam. If that is not love to you, then tell me what is love again. Tell me I said, I'm the most happiest person on earth that you passed. I'm the most happiest on here because I know the sadness and everything I'll feel, everything will fall on my head. I wish to take your pain and everything. Listen, I'm getting better in that regards every day. To express my emotions. I'm guilty of that, and it's not easy. Particularly coming to this age in my life to express myself emotionally, it's not easy. I want to do better and to in matter of the individual or in the individuals who perceived or who think I have betrayed them. Please, this is me reaching out to you, telling you, listen, I hold up. There's nothing more I can say beyond that. Threw you under the bus, betrayed you. Uh, I have apologized. Apologize won't change my actions, but I hope you find it in your heart to forgive. And if moving on is what uh, you want to do, uh, it will be painful, but if that will bring healing, it will bring healing and happiness. Because to be honest, there's no point pitying one another to be in a relationship. It doesn't want it. Pity doesn't do anything. I've been there, done and dusted. I don't advise anyone to do that. It's not healthy situation. You end up regretting having an affair outside, and you won't be happy. I think that's for me personally. I don't know. I usually feel about you.
Thank you so much. I love the advice you gave, and for that special person who you've betrayed, or those special people like you know, that have come through you, that have come into your life that you felt you've betrayed. I like your heartfelt apology. But the last question is going to be, and I think both of us can answer it. The last question is, being in love with someone, what has that taught you?
Hmm. Being in love. It's this Oyibo, this is white man phrase.
You
Being
see my
in love.
problem with you now. You okay? Let me start. Let me start. Maybe
Being
I'll
in
help
love.
you. Being in love with someone, what it has taught me is it shows you you see growth. I see growth. I see resilience. I see this person brings out a side of me that I never knew existed. And you learn every day with this person. And to care for a human being, to care for something, is not something I take for granted, because I want that person to feel loved and to feel cared for. And this person is he's my best friend, you know, he's my lover, he's everything. So it has taught me so many things. And but one thing I would say is the biggest is patience. Patience, patience, tolerance, and being at peace with yourself, knowing that you can put up with this person and you can tolerate this person. I think we as human beings, we take it for granted, knowing that these are two people who came from two different backgrounds, and they come together, they want to be in a relationship, they want to get married. For you guys to want to put up with each other is not something easy, and it's not something that as human beings should take for granted. Rather, we should adore it and bring out the best quality in that person. Like there's one thing I don't take for granted is my peace of mind. I like having peace of mind. It gives me knowing that the person I'm with has peace, or they're happy. And for me, like, I grew up in the Western world. I love using the word I love you. Are you okay? What's wrong? Like, I like knowing. So being in love has taught me patience, tolerance, and overall peace. Thank you.
Thank you.